Years before property values exploded, I purchased a corner plot as a long-term investment. I had dreams of eventually building a retirement home where my grandchildren could visit every summer. The lot remained vacant except for neatly maintained grass and a small fence. I paid property taxes every year without fail and kept every receipt inside an old filing cabinet that belonged to my father. Life became busy, and I didn't visit the property often. One afternoon a friend called asking why heavy machinery was clearing my land. I rushed there and found construction crews preparing foundations for what they claimed would become new townhouses. The site manager confidently showed me paperwork indicating the HOA had transferred the property to a local developer after declaring it abandoned because of unpaid assessments. I was speechless. I had never missed a tax payment, never received foreclosure notices, and never agreed to sell anything. The developer insisted the transaction was legitimate because all documents had been processed through the HOA's legal representatives. I immediately contacted the county recorder's office, where officials discovered several signatures that appeared inconsistent with previous filings. My attorney asked for every document connected to the transfer, while I searched through decades of family records. Hidden between faded insurance papers was an original property tax receipt from 25 years earlier containing the complete legal description of the lot, including parcel numbers that didn't match the ones used in the HOA transfer documents. That tiny discrepancy opened the door to a much larger investigation. Surveyors confirmed the HOA had accidentally, or deliberately, used the neighboring parcel's identification number while attempting to claim my land. Digital filing errors had created the illusion that my property belonged within the association's inventory. Investigators uncovered additional paperwork showing internal warnings about the incorrect parcel numbers months before the sale was approved, yet the transaction continued anyway. Construction halted immediately under a court order. The developer demanded compensation from the HOA after learning they had purchased land the association never legally owned. County officials voided the transfer, restored my title, and required enhanced verification procedures before future property sales could occur. Standing on my empty corner lot after the construction fences disappeared, I looked at the worn tax receipt that had survived decades in an old cabinet. A single piece of forgotten paper preserved my ownership when thousands of pages of modern documents failed. That experience taught me that protecting property isn't just about paying taxes or following the rules, it's about keeping every record, because sometimes the smallest document becomes the strongest defense against the biggest mistake.